As I started to scale up, suddenly I realized I was getting more and more removed from connection with the community and the magic that we created together. It was really important for me to go, oh, I'm not meant to be a manager. I need to be connected to the people. It was very organic, just in terms of it started with the YouTube content. And around that time, I'm like, okay, well, we got to have a way to connect these people. So and I also at that point had at least familiarity with like email marketing and had that sort of going. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'll start sending newsletters and getting people on an email list and started sharing, lead magnets and things like that. I didn't have like a paid offer at that point. But yeah, it just sort of organically rolled into then as people started to request things, I would then make stuff, in terms of courses and ebooks and things like that. So I think where it always comes back then and now, it's always really being in tune with who am I serving and what problems are they having and what things can I either provide that I already know or I can learn. I mean, I was definitely, especially in those early days, in a place where I was kind of learning right along with them because they go, well, what about tilt shift lenses? And I'm like, what's a tilt shift lens? All right, let's figure it out. Let's make a video about it. So it was very much like collaborating and learning together. As far as my journey goes, as the business built and grew, and I mean, we get to thousands of subscribers and, tons of people in the community and all these courses and the business is doing great. And I was like, oh, it's time to scale up. And as I started to scale up, suddenly I realized I was getting more and more removed from those original relationships and those people and the connection with the community and audience that really inspired the magic that we created together. And so it was a really important sort of experience for me to go, oh, I need to reorient the way I'm building this business because I need to be connected to the humans in the community. I need to be interacting because that's where I get my greatest inspiration and my best ideas to keep moving this thing forward. Like, I'm not meant to be a manager. I need to be connected to the people. I wouldn't change a thing because part of me is like, how wonderful that all of this has brought me to where I am. And certainly the thing that I think has caused the biggest derailments in the process was always my own self and my own self-doubt. I remember before I even started teaching food photography and thinking about, putting videos on YouTube and things like that. And I was like, there's not enough content there. There's not enough people interested in that. Like, there'd be no way, right? Like, like what a wacky thing. Like, what, I make 10 videos and that's it? But I think it's the old adage that confidence comes after doing the thing. And so it's like, there's been so many times when maybe I didn't trust my intuition. And I feel like that has been an important part of the journey, that I am in a much better place of trusting my intuition now, that when those little glimmers come through of an idea or something that it's like you kind of feel it in your gut and you're like, oh, this is the thing. This is something that I should be moving forward with. And there, you can come up with 100 different ways to talk yourself out of it, but trust that intuition has been planted there and continue to show up and just, what's the worst that's going to happen, right? Like that experimentation, you put it out there, and continuing to follow that intuition, I think, is really important. Where you're at, like you only have to be so much further than the people you're teaching. And like, I look back I was actually doing some analysis of old videos because I mean, I've got 8 years worth of YouTube videos, over 200, so much content. And I was trying to like analyze what's been my most successful content, like in terms of views and reach and watch time. It was all older stuff because you don't have sort of all of this knowledge that keeps you from understanding what it's like to be a beginner and what it's like to be kind of further back in your journey where you can more directly connect with somebody who is getting started. So absolutely, part of me is like, I like to keep folks who are at the beginning of their photography journey, for me personally, because it helps remind me, oh yeah, learning that thing was really hard. That thing that I take for granted now, or things that I think are second nature, and go, oh, that's right. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that was impossible, So the relatability factor you have, like, don't waste that opportunity. Like right now is a perfect time to get started, and you can learn as you go. Like there's no shame in that game, and if anything, it's going to make you more valuable to, again, the people who need to hear that message.